Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered if your everyday habits are slowly draining your strength without you even realizing it? In today's video titled Stronger Legs After 79, these 7 moves are all you need but no one tells you, we're going to uncover something truly surprising, how aging legs don't have to mean weakness, instability, or fear of falling. This isn't just about exercise, it's about freedom. It's about reclaiming control over your body when the world assumes you can't. These 7 science-backed movements have quietly helped thousands rebuild strength, stability, and confidence, even in their late 70s, 80s, and beyond. We'll explore the surprising reasons your legs may feel weaker than they should, how muscle memory still works beautifully at any age, and how just a few minutes a day can restore what you thought was lost. This is not fitness advice for the young. This is mobility for the wise. So if you're tired of hearing what you can't do and ready to learn what your body still can, then stay with us, because this video may change the way you walk, stand, and live, one steady step at a time. Have you ever felt lightheaded or unusually tired after a workout, even when you thought you were doing something good for your health? If you're over 60 and trying to stay active, that concern is more common than you think. Many seniors push through these feelings, assuming they're just part of aging or a sign of progress. But what if those signs were actually your brain's quiet way of warning you? What if a popular form of exercise, one that's often praised, was quietly increasing your risk of a stroke without you realizing it? Staying active is one of the most powerful things you can do for your body and mind, especially as you age. It helps maintain strength, balance, energy, and even memory. But not all forms of movement are equally safe. Some types of exercise, particularly those that strain the body in specific ways, can actually become harmful after a certain age. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. When you understand how the brain changes over time and how sensitive it becomes to certain internal pressures, you can make safer, smarter choices that protect your health, not threaten it. One of the most important things to know is that your brain, like your heart, depends on steady blood flow. As we age, our blood vessels become less flexible. The protective cushion around the brain also thins slightly. What this means is that sudden increases in pressure, especially those caused by intense effort, can create micro damage in the brain's delicate vessels. These changes aren't always obvious. They don't always show up as pain or dizziness, but they can silently build over time and lead to serious problems like small strokes, memory loss, or even major brain bleeds. What's even more concerning is that many of these risky exercises are part of everyday routines. You might be doing them at home, in the gym, or with a trainer who means well but isn't fully aware of how the aging brain responds to stress. You may have heard that lifting heavy weights, doing long planks, or holding your breath during effort builds strength. But in reality, for older adults, these movements can cause a sharp rise in internal pressure that your body no longer manages as easily. The result? A hidden danger that puts your brain at risk, sometimes overnight. But there's good news. This isn't about giving up on exercise. It's about moving with intention. It's about learning how to adjust your habits to match your body's changing needs. And it's about staying informed so you can continue living with confidence, not fear. In this video, we'll guide you through the exercises to avoid, the symptoms to watch for, and the safer brain friend. Movements that still help you feel strong and energized. You deserve to feel good after you move, not scared, dizzy, or confused. Your brain works hard to protect you. Let's return the favor together. Keep watching. What you'll learn next might just protect your most important organ. One of the most overlooked dangers in senior fitness is something that happens inside the body, not outside. It's not the weight you lift or the time you spend exercising. It's how your body responds to pressure. When you strain during a movement and hold your breath without realizing it, a sudden internal shift occurs. This act, called breath holding during effort, is incredibly common. And yet, very few people understand how harmful it can be for the aging brain. The body instinctively tightens and braces when lifting, pushing, or even just rising from a chair with effort. That tightness might feel like strength, but for your brain, it can mean dangerous pressure. When you hold your breath while exerting force, it causes a sharp spike in pressure within your chest and head. This rapid surge pushes blood against the walls of your brain's blood vessels with great force. In younger individuals, the vessels are more elastic, able to stretch slightly and absorb the pressure. But as we age, those vessels become more rigid, more fragile, and less able to cushion sudden changes. The result is a silent risk. Tiny tears, disrupted flow, or in the worst cases, a stroke or brain bleed that happens without warning. This isn't something to fear, it's something to respect. The body is still capable of incredible movement after 60, but it must be supported with care and awareness. When breathing isn't coordinated with movement, it creates what some doctors call a pressure trap. This is especially true during static exercises like planks, sit-ups, or weightlifting, where effort is constant and breathing is often shallow or paused. Over time, this habit places strain not only on the heart, but directly on the brain's sensitive network of arteries. You may have experienced a mild version of this already. A sudden headache after exercise, a wave of dizziness, or that drained, fuzzy feeling that doesn't go away right after you move. These aren't just signs of being tired. They may be your brain's quiet way of asking for more oxygen, more balance, and less internal pressure. The most powerful step you can take is to become aware of your breath. Learn to exhale gently during effort. Let your movements flow with air, not against it. This simple shift in awareness, breathing out as you lift, stretch, or stand, helps your body stay grounded, your blood pressure stable, and your brain fully nourished. It's not about doing less, it's about doing better. With each mindful breath, you protect your brain from strain and your heart from unnecessary stress. These small adjustments build resilience that lasts. The next time you move, listen to how your body responds. Ask yourself, am I breathing or am I bracing? That one question could be the difference between safe progress and silent harm. In the next part of this video, we'll explore the most common risky exercises that seniors should rethink and show you how to replace them with safer, smarter movements. Your safety is strength. Let's move forward with confidence. Now that we understand how breath and pressure affect the aging brain, it's time to look at the specific exercises that may pose the greatest risk when done without caution. These are movements many people assume are safe or even essential, but after 60, the body and brain respond differently. That doesn't mean these exercises are bad for everyone. It simply means they require thoughtful adjustments, especially when brain health is your priority. The first to reconsider is the plank. It's often praised for building core strength, but for seniors, holding a plank for long periods can quietly increase blood pressure and create excessive tension in the neck and head. This kind of static hold restricts circulation and encourages breath holding, especially when you're focused on keeping the posture still. Next is heavy lifting, whether it's dumbbells, resistance machines, or even household lifting. When the weight is too much and effort outweighs control, the body reacts by bracing tightly and stopping the breath. That internal squeeze raises thoracic pressure, which spikes blood pressure and stresses brain vessels in ways we often don't notice. It doesn't matter whether you're lifting 20 pounds or 50. The danger lies in how your body reacts, not just the number on the weight. Sit-ups and crunches are also common movements that many seniors attempt to maintain abdominal strength. But these exercises can force the head forward and compress blood flow to the brain if performed rapidly or without proper breathing. Over time, that repeated compression can cause strain, not just on your spine, but on delicate neural pathways that need oxygen and gentle movement to stay healthy. Sudden standing movements with weights like squat jumps or quick lunges can also challenge the body's balance and blood flow, often leading to dizziness or momentary disorientation. That light head feeling after fast movements is your brain asking for a moment to adjust. Ignoring it can be risky. Even yoga and stretching, when done aggressively or held too long without breathing, can work against your body. Holding intense postures without awareness can become a hidden stressor, especially if it involves twisting the neck, inverting the head, or compressing the abdomen. The body needs movement, yes, but not tension without breath, and not effort without awareness. That's why the most important tool you have is not strength or speed, it's control. Controlled movement paired with intentional breathing builds resilience safely. It tells your nervous system that you're calm, centered, and stable. The good news is that every one of these exercises has a safer alternative. You don't have to stop moving, you just have to shift the way you move. In the next section, we'll show you how to replace risky exercises with supportive ones that still build strength, balance, and energy without putting your brain at risk. These adjustments are gentle, effective, and easy to add into your daily life. Your body deserves movement, your brain deserves safety, and you deserve to feel strong and secure every time you exercise. The safest form of movement is one that honors both your body's limits and your brain's needs. As we've seen, avoiding unnecessary pressure is key, but so is choosing exercises that support blood flow, balance, and stability. That's how you stay strong without putting your health at risk. If you've been doing intense or breath-holding exercises, don't worry. Change doesn't require stopping everything. It simply means shifting your focus toward movements that encourage breathing, proper posture, and consistent circulation. These movements are still effective. They build muscle, they improve flexibility, but they do so without placing strain on the delicate cysts. Your brain depends on. One of the best places to start is with seated strength exercises. These allow you to engage the muscles of your legs, arms, and core without putting pressure on your spine or increasing the chance of imbalance. Sitting also supports better breathing habits because you're not fighting gravity. Try simple leg lifts from a chair, light dumbbell presses while seated, or gentle core twists that use your breath to guide the motion. These actions stimulate the body's natural rhythm while keeping your blood pressure steady. Another supportive option is walking. It's often underestimated, but consistent. Moderate walking improves circulation, strengthens your legs, and most importantly, helps regulate blood pressure and brain oxygen levels. When done mindfully, at a pace where you can still talk comfortably, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for brain health. Pair it with conscious breathing, and it becomes a full-body exercise that soothes the nervous system rather than exciting it. Resistance bands are also incredibly helpful. Unlike heavy weights, bands provide gradual tension, which means your body can adjust without sudden strain. They encourage fluid, full-range movements that activate muscles without abrupt effort. With bands, you're less likely to hold your breath or brace involuntarily, making it easier to stay aware and relaxed as you move. If balance is a concern, focus on exercises that use a wall or sturdy support. Standing leg raises, wall push-ups, or side steps with a chair nearby provide both strength training and the safety your brain needs. These movements promote confidence. They help you trust your body again, which is vital to emotional wellness and long-term independence. And always remember to breathe. Inhale before the effort. Exhale during the action. Let your breath become your guide. This habit keeps your heart rate steady and your brain well supplied with oxygen. Over time, it becomes natural, part of your rhythm, not a task. You don't need to fear movement. You just need to know how to move well. In the final section of this video, we'll walk you through how to build a simple daily exercise plan that supports brain health, reduces your stroke risk, and helps you feel stronger and calmer every day. Because the goal isn't just to move more, it's to move with purpose, clarity, and confidence. Creating a safe and supportive daily exercise routine doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the most effective plans are usually the simplest. The key is consistency, not intensity. When you choose gentle, intentional movements and pair them with steady breathing, you create a pattern that not only strengthens your body but protects your brain. This is how true health is built, quietly, steadily, and with care. A good starting point is to schedule just 20 to 30 minutes of movement each day. This small time commitment helps you stay active without overwhelming your system. It allows your body and brain to adapt, recover, and thrive. Begin your day with light stretching, not forceful, not rushed, just enough to wake up your joints, loosen your muscles, and improve circulation. Focus on areas that often feel stiff in the morning, such as your neck, shoulders, lower back, and hips. Gentle neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, and side stretches, performed slowly, can do wonders for your mobility and mental clarity. As you stretch, breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your breath guide each motion, not rush it. After stretching, move into a short walk or a seated strength session. Walking in place, walking indoors, or walking outside at a comfortable pace helps regulate blood flow, lowers stress hormones, and keeps your coordination sharp. If walking isn't an option, choose chair-based exercises. These could include leg lifts, seated marches, or light arm circles. These movements may seem small, but they engage your large muscle groups, increase heart rate gently, and activate your balance system in a controlled, safe way. Later in the day, consider adding another 5 to 10 minutes of calming activity. This could be gentle balance training with support from a chair or standing calf raises to strengthen your legs. You can even use resistance bands to build muscle slowly without overloading your joints. What matters most is that you move in ways that feel safe and kind to your body. Each time you move, check in with yourself. Are you breathing evenly? Are you holding tension anywhere? Are you pushing too hard or rushing through? These small awareness checks build safety into your routine. Hydration, too, plays a vital role. Make sure you drink water before and after your sessions. Dehydration affects blood flow and can lead to dizziness, fatigue, and confusion, especially during or after exercise. Stay ahead of that risk by keeping water nearby and sipping slowly. Finally, always allow time to rest. A few minutes of stillness at the end of each session, just sitting and breathing, can help your nervous system return to calm. This moment tells your body that it's safe, supported, and cared for. And that message matters because long-term wellness isn't about pushing your limits. It's about understanding your body's needs and responding with kindness. With this foundation, your daily exercise becomes more than a habit. It becomes a healing practice for both your brain and your body. You've now taken in the essential knowledge to build a healthier, safer relationship with movement. That matters deeply because protecting your brain isn't about avoiding life's challenges. It's about adapting with wisdom. After 60, the choices you make carry more weight. Each action influences your circulation, your balance, your memory, and your emotional well-being. This isn't something to feel anxious about. It's something to feel empowered by. Because once you understand how your brain responds to certain types of strain, you can start making choices that help you feel more alive, more steady, and more in control of your day-to-day health. The beauty of this journey is that change doesn't require a complete overhaul. It's about shifting from pressure-based movement to presence-based movement. You don't need to chase harder, faster, or heavier. Instead, your goal becomes moving in a way that feels good, inside and out. When you move with ease, when you breathe deeply through effort, when you choose exercises that support rather than strain. You give your brain the oxygen and stability it craves. And that one habit repeated daily begins to change everything. Over time, the small aches may lessen, your energy may return more steadily, your sleep may improve. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of a nervous system that feels safer, a brain that isn't constantly fighting pressure, a body that knows it's being listened to. And just as physical pain can take time to appear, healing takes time too. But every gentle movement you make is a step in that direction, a step away from silent risks and a step toward greater resilience. What you're doing is more than just exercising. You're creating a daily environment where your body feels supported and your brain feels protected. That's a powerful act of self-care. It also gives you a clearer mind, a more balanced mood, and the emotional strength to enjoy your life without fear. Because knowing how to move safely means fewer setbacks, fewer hospital visits, fewer days lost to fatigue or fog, and more time doing what you love with the people who matter. So take this knowledge with you into your day. Keep breathing during effort. Avoid long periods of holding your breath. Choose movement that feels kind to your body. Listen to your limits without judging them. Replace pressure with presence. And always remember, exercise isn't something you have to fear as you age. It's something you can embrace as long as it's guided by understanding. Your brain deserves protection. Your body deserves care, and you deserve a path to wellness that's not filled with stress or confusion, but with clarity, calm, and confidence. Let your movement become a way to reconnect with yourself. Let it nourish you rather than deplete you, because that's what long-term health really means. Not just doing more, but doing what's right for you. And when your brain feels safe, everything else begins to fall gently into place. You've taken in a powerful reminder. Your health is shaped by the choices you make daily. Not just the big decisions, but the small, repeated habits that often go unnoticed. Each time you choose to breathe consciously, to move gently, to stretch with intention rather than tension, you're telling your body it's safe. You're giving your brain the environment it needs to function clearly, to stay resilient, and to avoid the silent risks that too often go undetected. The human body, especially as it ages, thrives under consistency and kindness. You don't need extreme routines or intense regimens. What you need is a rhythm, a pattern of care that feels natural, repeatable, and deeply support. The brain, more than any other organ, responds to how you treat the rest of your body. When blood flows easily, when oxygen levels remain balanced, when stress signals are reduced through gentle movement, your brain begins to work more efficiently. Thought becomes clearer, memory strengthens, mood stabilizes, and the fear of injury, of sudden decline, begins to fade. What takes its place is a calm confidence, a sense that you're not just surviving your later years, you're truly living them. Many seniors feel discouraged because they believe the best years of their strength are behind them. But the truth is, strength doesn't always look like it used to. Today, strength is about stability. It's about balance, breath control, coordination, and endurance. These are the foundations that protect you from falls, reduce inflammation, support brain health, and improve longevity. And you can build every one of those traits with calm, low-impact exercises done consistently and mindfully. You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy equipment. You need space, a bit of time, and the willingness to listen to your body's signals. The goal is never perfection. It's progress without pressure. Every day won't feel the same. Some days your body will feel energized. Other days, it may ask for more rest. Both are okay. What matters is that you stay in motion, physically, mentally, and emotionally, because the brain responds not just to blood flow, but to engagement. When you move with focus, when you breathe with awareness, when you stretch with purpose, you're not just caring for muscles, you're nurturing your mind. So let today be a fresh beginning. Not a demand to do more, but a reminder that you have the power to care for your brain in every step, every breath, every moment of movement. This isn't about avoiding risk through fear. It's about living wisely, moving gently, and aging with strength. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. And each choice from this moment forward can bring more safety, more energy, and more joy. Let this be your guide, your calm center, your path forward, because your brain is listening. And it responds best to love, awareness, and the kind of motion that honors who you are fully, calmly, and completely